It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Excessive heat warnings continue over parts of Arizona, Nevada, and Southern California, with heat advisories scattered across the central U.S. The core of these hot temperatures will shift to the eastern U.S. later this week. Scattered severe wind and hail-producing severe thunderstorms are possible across the northern plains and the national capital region this afternoon and evening. Closer to home, another very hot day again with an expanded coverage of heat advisories across the lowlands. After midweek, a bit more moisture moves in to allow for somewhat better rain and storm chances, mostly over area mountains and western lowlands. Through the weekend and well into next week, we're going to see a deep southerly monsoon pattern, which will import additional moisture over the region. So next week, we should see some coverage of showers and storms. Heavy rain and flash flooding will supersede heat as the primary weather concern. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. Accused cop killer Dominic De La O is facing first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and 8 other charges officially now for the July 15th shooting of Officer Anthony Ferguson.
There was a grand jury indictment, as you all are aware. Additionally, an arraignment has been set.
De La O is currently in custody for another case as well, but the district attorney has filed an expedited motion for pretrial detention. De La O's arraignment is scheduled for August 14th. At Alamogordo's City Commission meeting last night,
to amend sections of the city charter to coincide with state statutes and the New Mexico Election Code.
The result?
Motion passes 7-0.
Also,
consider an act upon Resolution 2023-25 declaring 1703 Dewey Lane to be so ruined, damaged, and dilapidated that is a menace to the public comfort, health, peace, and safety, and ordering its abatement. I think if we remember last time, the homeowner's son-in-law was supposed to bring back some information. I do not see him here tonight.
No, we've not been able to have any contact with him.
The result?
Motion passes 7-0.
Also, a property at 313 New York Avenue has been determined to be so ruined, damaged, and dilapidated that it is a menace to public comfort, health, peace, and safety, and ordered its abatement.
It was subject of a structure fire.
Code Enforcement Manager Josh Side speaking to the commission.
I requested Paul Bennett, the facility maintenance manager, to conduct a walk around and found several walls and the roof were collapsed or collapsing. Doors, windows were missing, and there was nothing left of the interior due to a fire.
That motion passed the commission 7-0. And finally,
property owners Douglas and Carla Kerr, and I believe they're here, are requesting to be granted a special permit to allow family members to reside in an RV on their property.
And that result?
All those in favor, aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. No parties. Just kidding.
The commission then adjourned into an executive closed session. There's a special meeting called by the Otero County Board of County Commissioners for Thursday morning at 9 a.m. to approve the fourth quarter financial statements and request approval of the final budget. Yesterday was the civil suit between former County Commissioner Couy Griffin and his mother, as well as Chris Lord, versus Dwayne Braithwaite. 3 hours of back and forth, then a near 2-hour recess before.
As I also felt there was insufficient evidence to include no efforts at mitigation until after the filing, and then it appears that mitigation or that ultimate conclusion of a license and then moving away did in fact happen. In that claim put forth from Mr. Braithwaite, my judgment is awarded to Ms. Griffin. In terms of the counterclaim, which I will include on the order itself as part of the claim by Ms. Griffin, when I look at room and board, groceries, and other things, that gave the appearance as part of the agreement. My judgment on that portion would be for the counter defendant or Mr. Braithwaite for clarity, which means the property will be restored to Ms. Griffin. It means each individual party will absorb costs and go forth.
We caught up with Couy Griffin following the court session.
That came out of the wash. You know, the thing that bothers me is that this should be being heard in Otero County, you know. I mean, for this judge from Roosevelt County to be involved in a lot of this stuff, I wish it was handled internally and locally, but whatever. I mean, yeah, I'm just glad to have it behind me, to be honest with you, Anthony. You know, it's been a lot of slander, you know, that this guy, this squatter has said a lot of things that has accused me of a lot of things that wasn't correct, I mean, it's like Chris said during court today, his whole testimony is riddled with half-truths, I mean, he tells the judge just enough to kind of, make it look like he's the victim in it without telling everything. So today everything was able to be told, and now it's behind us.
You can hear the audio from that trial in its entirety right now on the KALH Crazy Radio YouTube channel. Judge Chris Mitchell presided over this case and will preside over Griffin's criminal jury trial on the trespass charge this coming autumn. The U.S. House of Representatives recently approved a bill that would look into restoring commercial air service to rural regions across the U.S. The idea was backed by Democratic Representative Gabe Vasquez, so Alamogordo could possibly benefit from the legislation. The bill needs to still pass the U.S. Senate and then be signed by President Biden. The city of Alamogordo lost commercial air service back in 2012. The Alamogordo Center of Commerce Board of Directors announced they have named Jarrett Perry as the new executive director. Perry has been charged with being the visionary leader that assists the Board of Directors in achieving the Alamogordo Center of Commerce's mission of promoting and enhancing economic health and business climate for the members and community. White Sands Missile Range road closure reports have not been updating.
Not working right now.
Then I asked when the system should be repaired.
I have no idea. It's off and on.
White Sands Missile Range has not been posting any updated information on their Facebook or Twitter, so keep your eyes open for warning lights. Well, today is Wednesday. Let's check in with Susan from Love Inc.
Hey, good morning, Alamogordo. This is Susan with Love Inc. of Otero County. I want to start off with a reminder about a fundraiser that we have going on. That'll be on September 9th, beginning at 6 p.m. It's called A Love Affair to Remember. It's going to be a gala and a dinner and murder mystery and a casino night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tickets are on sale. And if you are interested in sponsoring, I do have those letters as well. Also, we got a visit today from our friend Sunny over at Animal Village, and she brought us some pet food, so just a reminder of that. And then, of course, our food pantry is available. It's a little more difficult in the summer for some of those families out there with the kids being home. So if you need that service, we are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. This Friday, we will be at the Alamogordo Public Schools block party. That's over at the Hub over on Hawaii. And we're going to have a table set up there as well. That will be from 4 to 7 p.m. So come and see us there. It should be a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of vendors out there, a lot of resources out there. So come and see us. We will be set up there as well. Until next week, remember, if you need anything, give us a call, 575-439-4812. Until next week, everybody have a blessed week.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
AlamogordoTownNews.com is a locally owned website featuring local news matters from a local perspective that affects you, and we bring it to you directly. Plus, local sports, cultural arts, and events. Online, AlamogordoTownNews.com. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
A homicide suspect was apprehended on Sunday, July 23rd, at the Presidio Port of Entry by U.S. Customs and Border Patrol. Officials say a 31-year-old man arrived at the crossing in a vehicle coming in from Mexico when officers learned he had an active warrant. National law enforcement databases allow officers to identify and apprehend wanted fugitives. Officials say the man was apprehended and his identity was verified and then confirmed the active warrant out of Midland, Texas. He was turned over to local authorities for extradition. According to officials, 86 fugitive apprehensions have been made at port areas since the beginning of July. Crews with the Sunland Park Fire and Police Departments were working together yesterday to recover a body from Mount Cristo Rey. As of news deadline, no further words or identity has been given. A recent ruling from the Mexico Supreme Court is going to have a big impact on how victims of domestic violence can seek justice by making it easier for them to get protective orders.
The fact that the victim does not need to prove future harm to them in order to obtain the order of protection is a strong proactive measure that the Supreme Court is saying, look, it's assumed that there is a future threat. If you're currently an abuser and you've been an abuser, that moving forward, they're going to give the benefit of the doubt to the victim.
Retired Albuquerque Police Department Commander Paul Zeich speaking with KOB. State law allows victims to get protective orders for domestic abuse by household members. It also protects people who have been sexually assaulted or stalked by someone outside of their household. Law enforcement in New Mexico is using drones to find missing hikers or even reconstruct accident scenes, among other tasks.
We can make sure that we're clearing traffic quicker for SWAT and tactical operations. Also for the drag racing that we're starting to see even more on Tramway and Paseo.
Bernalillo County Sheriff John Allen speaking with KOAT. New Mexico State Police became the first agency in New Mexico to get the technology. The Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office got drones this year and plan to get many more. But there's a concern right now, and that is, where are these drones made? Well, they were built by DJI, which is a company from China. The concern? Can the drones pose a threat to national security?
No, that's simply not true.
Well, that settles that. I'm convinced. How about you? The company's privacy policy reads, and check this out, your information collected by DJI may be transferred to and accessed by DJI entities and business partners globally. Now that sounds like certain entities could access the data. But the company's head of global policy, Adam Welsh, says such transfers of information would only happen in certain situations.
In the only case where data would be transferred to China and you would be notified of this fact is if there were some sort of warranty issue or there were some sort of malfunction with the drone.
But that's not what it says. One more time. Your information collected by DJI may be transferred to and accessed by DJI entities and business partners globally. Period. Some Homeland Security officials remain concerned that China's government could be using drone data in order to spy on Americans. They may be also using it to map U.S. infrastructure and gather intelligence about national security sites. Congress is currently debating a federal drone ban bill. The U.S. military and intelligence agencies have already banned drones. Election 2024 is moving along. Yesterday I spoke with a man who is running for president as a Libertarian candidate, Chase Oliver.
I want to encourage folks to first check out my website. It's votechaseoliver.com. You can see all of the press releases, the media appearances that I've done. You can catch how I'm campaigning all over the country vigorously to earn your vote and to be an alternative to the broken two-party system that a majority of voters know they're dissatisfied with. I want to be a principled option for you on your ballot, and I look forward to earning your vote in the November election.
Oliver and I discussed several issues, including the economy, drugs, abortion, the border, and a whole lot more. And I'll be posting the complete Chase Oliver interview on our YouTube channel in the coming days. Weather's coming up next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
The Alamogordo Center of Commerce presents the third annual Tularosa Basin Open Golf Tournament, Saturday, August 26th at Desert Lakes Golf Course, featuring celebrity guest John Carlos. Contact the Center of Commerce today to sponsor our guest speaker, breakfast and lunch, golf handbag, and more. Golfers, call Desert Lakes at 575-439-0290 to secure your spot in the four-man scramble best ball tournament. See you on the green.
Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny and hot with a very slight chance for showers and storms. Partly cloudy tonight with a very slight chance for showers and storms. Sunny tomorrow with a very slight chance for showers and storms. Your high today in the basin, 101. Low tonight of 74. High tomorrow, 100 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly sunny skies with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Partly cloudy skies tonight with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Winds gusting as high as 18 miles per hour. Your high today for Cloudcroft, 80. Your low tonight of 55. High tomorrow, 79 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. We've also launched the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel, which will feature our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.